Welcome to our Real Estate Wisdom series. Today we're going to be talking about what is off-market and why should I care. I'm going to talk about how you can find off-market opportunities as a buyer and what are some of the advantages and disadvantages to selling off-market. In this video, I'm going to give you a clear and concise explanation of all this and more. I'm Thomas Cousins, and let's start by understanding why people choose to sell off-market. So you might get approached by an agent or a buyer directly with an offer. This can be an advantage to you because then you don't need to go to the open market if you're happy with that price and those conditions. Another reason is you might not want to spend any money on marketing costs. I've seen marketing costs run anywhere up to $25,000, depending on which marketing mediums you choose to use. That's a big difference in the final result of the sale price. Another reason is privacy. You might not want to have a lot of people coming through your home. You might not want to have it displayed online. There's a lot of reasons, but privacy is one of the main ones. Running along the same line as privacy, some people just don't want the neighbours to know what's going on. A big reason that I'm seeing a lot at the moment is that the property is tenanted for a reasonably long amount of time, and it's just not presented in a way that you would have it displayed for sale. Also, you might not want to disturb the tenants depending on how long the lease has been running for. All right. So now that we understand why people choose to sell off market, let's look at some of the reasons why they might not want to. Firstly, it can be a disadvantage because there is limited competition. If you've only got one person or potentially two people going through there, it doesn't provide that competition that's required to push the sale price further. So secondly, another disadvantage is having the property not exposed well enough to the open market. You do see lower sale prices. I've seen many times where a property has sold off market and then a very similar property has sold for much more being exposed to the proper marketing channels. Now, if you're a buyer, how can you go about finding off-market opportunities? One way is to find an area that you like, do some research and letterbox drop around that area to properties that you feel like you would be interested in and that you think would roughly be in the range that you're looking to buy in. This is something that I've done personally on behalf of buyers, and it has worked really well for me in the past. Another good way, approach local agents like myself to see what they've got coming up. I get quite a lot of opportunities coming through that aren't quite ready for the market yet, or if they could get a good offer, they definitely would consider selling. A great way of doing it is to hire a buyer's agent. You give them your brief, your budget, the area that you want to be in, and they'll go about sourcing properties for you, both on and off market that you may not have seen or considered previously. That way, they do the due diligence for you. They'll tell you if it's in a flood zone or an overland flow zone, and that saves you a lot of time and a lot of legwork on the weekends. Lastly, social media, community groups, and for sale by owner websites. There's plenty of those. If you just keep an eye on the areas that you want to be in, you will see opportunities come up. Sometimes they come by way of somebody trying to rent the property. They might not be able to rent it out, and putting an offer forward to them might be something that just gets them over the line to sell. As I mentioned, I get a lot of off-market opportunities coming through. I'm aligned with a lot of really good buyers agents, and I'm happy to go about doing the letterbox dropping and targeting of certain properties for you if that's something that you're interested in as well. You can get in touch, tc@eplace.com.au or 0426 455 435. I'm Thomas Cousins.